There's one photo in these Epstein files that seems to haunt me the most, and I actually don't even know why. Because guys, there's images in these files that leave nothing to the imagination, nothing. And yes, those stick in my mind and make me lose sleep. But this photo, maybe you guys can tell me if it's as haunting to you as it is for me. Here's the image. This photo has just really fucked with me mentally. Is it a child? Is it a perpetrator? Based on the shadow, I tend to believe it's probably a child. If you take the black box away, it's a beautiful, idyllic scene. But that box tells all of us something isn't right, and someone in charge felt that this image was so bad, they had to cover it and add to the cover up. Now, I'm not saying that they should unredact this if it's a victim, of course, but they deleted the photo. That's right, you can no longer search for this photo on the DOJ website. Well, these fools thought that some of us wouldn't have saved all these files from the very beginning. Does anybody else find this image extremely haunting?
Got him. Somebody tell me if you've got nothing to hide in these Epstein files, then why is 468 right there missing? You're like, I wonder what 468 was. And I'm going to be like, hey, you don't have to worry. I downloaded them all. This is the Google Drive that I created. If you want to get to it, there'll be a link in the comment section. Copy paste in your browser and you can go to it. 467, 468. Wonder what 468 was. Oh, that's 468. Well, I wonder why they would hide this. Oh, yeah, that's the one that has the pictures of Donald Trump that they forgot to black out in the fucking drawer. So you tell me, this picture that I just showed you, there's not even anything bad in it, but it had Donald Trump in it. If you're willing to delete that one after the fact, what is it that you deleted with Donald in it before?
I just found another Epstein file that we all need to look at. So just to create the context, what I'm about to show you is data. There's no image, it's not graphic, but the information is wild. And I wanted to share it because, again, remember, in this country, no one has been charged or arrested or prosecuted for their role in the Epstein files. But I want to show you this. Okay, so here's this Epstein file. It's EFTA 016-570-81. It's on the screen and it's on the document as well. But this is a document that has information about victims, children, in the Epstein files. But what it does is, if you look and if you read it, it says that, this document contains information regarding a child victim's or child witness's identity, which may be disclosed to individuals to have a need to know, etc., etc. Each line represents a child. And you'll look, images that have anything that has like full nudity is labeled as responsive and highly confidential, whether it's an image or a video. And if you look, if you look in the third column in where it says highly confidential images, you'll see the amount of images per that child. And if you scroll down to number 29, that child had over 13,000 highly confidential images, which meant full frontal nudity. Over 13,000 images. And if you go down a little bit to number 54 in the second column, this child had over 4,000 images and also 368 videos with frontal nudity and nudity of children. And there's also a second page that continues where, again, you can see like a couple of children had over 2,000 images. They had some videos. This all exists in the files. And yet, we've arrested no one, we've prosecuted no one, but we have all of this in the files that are hidden, redacted, and the Wicked Witch of the White House hid away, Pam Bondi. This is important information. We need to be aware that this exists.
These are some of the oddest pictures that I found in the files this far. I am super curious to know what that wand thing is in the suitcase. Is this a stock photo? Possibly, but that's a lot of GUNS. I zoomed in on this on a bigger picture and I just want to know what the fuck is that? What the hell was this room used for? Why is it like this? Why are there bars up? This one I had to edit to see who that is and I still don't know who that is. Who is it? And here's a pregnant woman on J.E.'s lap. In a previous video, I talked about how he told someone he had a wife named Nikki and they were doing IVF treatments. I'm definitely wondering if it's her. I don't even have to say anything about this one. What is he doing at the Homeland Security? This is interesting because they're both O positive. Y'all see Bill Clinton in that picture right there? Oh, he was looking at his woman, J.E. And there's J.E. with Ghislaine and the Pope. Why? Whose child is that, and why are they letting that girl sit on that man's lap? That second picture is unsettling as well. I am a bit curious to know why they had this hanging on the walls, because I don't think this was his culture at all, was it? Is this a pair of designer babies made by J.E. or random children? They do look similar. In every single one of these pictures, he will not take his eyes off of that child. Why? Is there anyone that can explain this? Because it does not look right. The picture looks like a newborn to death kind of thing. I wanted to end it with this one because, as you can see, there are a lot of unredacted photos, and maybe we can pinpoint some of the people in there. So go ahead and zoom in and tell me what you guys see.
Explosive new photos found in the Epstein files seem to show Andrew, formerly Prince Andrew, with very, very young women or potentially children on his lap. Now, there are a few new photos of Andrew that have emerged, but we're starting to see a pattern here throughout all of the pictures of this guy. He always seems to be on women. He seems to be hugging women. There's that infamous picture of him and Virginia Giuffre. As you can see here, he seems to be lying across the laps of at least 5 Epstein, I'm assuming survivors or victims. And I don't even need to mention these photos at this point. They're so famous. A lot of people have seen them. But once again, it's Andrew on top of a woman. Or if it's not a woman, a child. I mean, I hesitate to say woman or child because we have no real details on who these people are. But obviously, to the naked eye, they seem to be on the younger side, especially when it comes to these photos. But I can't say definitively who this girl is or what her age was. But there are multiple photos. As you can see here, this does appear to be Prince Andrew, and this does appear to be inside of Jeffrey Epstein's Manhattan apartment. And yeah, I mean, there's just so much left unexplored and uninvestigated within the Epstein files. For me, I was excited at first when I heard that Prince Andrew was arrested, and I think that any arrest or legal proceeding is a good thing when it comes to this case. However, when I found out that they weren't investigating Andrew for crimes against children and minors, I was honestly a little bit infuriated, because it's like, this guy is clearly guilty. He was clearly complicit, according to the documents and the testimony of survivors in the sex trafficking operations. And yet he's going to get probably some sort of a slap on the wrist for a corruption charge or a financial charge, and he'll most likely get away with his crimes against the youth. But what do you think about these new photos? Let me know in the comments section.
Okay, so I'm going through the Epstein files, and I was like using my phone on my iPad before this, so sorry that I'm already at file 600. I'm not going to backtrack, but I found these invisible, like, they're literal links that like blend in with the picture. And if we go over here and we search these things, this is like fitra. It's an Islamic belief that children will like become Christian, Jews, or members of different faith. It's a Islamic belief. Why that's linked to this picture of one of Epstein's bathrooms, I couldn't tell you. This is picture 605. It's picture 614. Tiny, right here, this shite. Search this. Where have they been? I don't know, talking to kids, manipulating kids, getting them to do like suicide things, sewer slide things, you know what I'm saying? Lots of PDFs on there. Yeah, why is there a, well, I guess that makes sense as to why there's a link, but like, why, huh? Why specifically, like, you know what I'm saying? Are these little, like, drip fed information that we're getting? Look, I found this link right here. Tiny, just in the fabric of this curtain. 14, this is them mocking, I believe, I could be wrong, mocking this fucking quote. I read this one that freaked me out. Do not let your heart be troubled. Believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many dwelling places. If it were not so, I would have told you. For I go to prepare a place for you. If I go prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you to myself, that where I am, there you may be also. Which is like them, I assume, eating kids. Receive you to myself. I feel like they're using that very punnily. Okay, that was picture 608. Let's go to 630.
This deeply unsettling image was removed from the DOJ's Epstein website, and people don't know why. So as you can see in the bottom right hand corner of this image, the number is EFTA 011331110. And this document, when you went to look at it on the DOJ's Epstein portal, was just this. There were no other attachments. It was just this single image in a PDF document. But recently, people online began to notice that if you search for this document on the DOJ portal, this is an actual screenshot of me performing this. This is what you see, page not found. Now, we've seen this with a number of documents and photos, images, videos that have been released by the DOJ. They have quickly afterwards gone and removed them from the portal. But usually they are removing images and documents because they reveal personal information or they contain graphic images and things that they shouldn't have released, things that were illegal technically to release. But this photo has none of that. This photo just appears to be a picture of steaks or meat and nothing else. So why was this image removed? Why didn't they want the American public or the world really to see what was shown in this photograph? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, but I would love to hear y'all's theories in the comment section because nobody online knows. And yeah, I am definitely eager and curious to figure out what the secret is that they were trying to hide here.
I'm getting really tired of finding photos in the Epstein files of injured girls. So I found this one, and compared to other photos I've covered, this one seems to look like the oldest we've seen so far. Just for reference, we've covered the girl in the hospital with her stuffed animals, where I showed another girl in a leg cast, and the girl with her knee that looked disjointed in an ambulance, and now this one. The grain on the photo, the middle part and highlights in her hair, the vintage looking sweater, it all points to a photo that was taken likely in the 90s or very early 2000s. I'm still leaning towards the 90s though because the tint on the photo matches photos from when I was a kid growing up in the mid to late 90s. This girl is in an arm cast, and from the size of her fingers, she looks young. I'm not going to guess her age. We know she's under 18. Apart from this clearly being concerning, what is really bothering me now is the pattern of injured, underage girls. The obsession with having photos of these girls, whether that be in casts or in the hospital. Why? And what happened to them? And how did they get these injuries? I cover the Epstein files so deeply, and someone please correct me because I'm not sure if I've mentioned this in a previous video or at all. But I do recall a girl being physically injured by Maxwell, and instead of treating her right away, they waited until she was playing a sport, and then she went to the hospital and was told to blame the injury on the sport. I just hate these. I hate that I keep finding these photos and that they even exist. I'm going to cover the Mount Sinai doctor next, so follow for more. Here are some more weird photos from the Epstein files that you probably haven't seen before. Inside below, no can go, and that I grow. Clear, all too soft for sound. Bed is hardly shown. Scream.
Please like and comment.
I went through the 7,000 photos that were released for the Epstein files. We have some weird photos in here, guys. We do. First off, so many sleeping people. Another one. There's so many. There's so many. I hate it. I hate it. Shout out Bill and Redacted, but we've been new. We've been new. What the hell? It's giving that, like, I'm so goofy meme, if you know what I mean. When she's in the refrigerator aisle and she has the bag of something on her head. Now, once we start getting into, like, the home decor, it's so bizarre. The faces, the way they're all different. I've already seen this photo being, like, spread around, but pause if you want to read. The Lolita book in the background. I've never read the book. I don't know what that shit's about. I just know it's a little, like, young minor girl, adult man. I don't know if any of this is, like, tied to it, but I have to assume it is. I saw this book pop up a few times. It was also in his Amazon purchases, because you can see his Amazon purchases. Another writing on the skin? Huh? I've seen this, I think, around. But... And this, what I would assume is a security system. And you see those boots, they're gonna pop up in a different photo. In this security system thing, there's this Bill Clinton photo. Cause see the shoes? I think I said boots. Shoes, it's late. And like this, tied with this. Why does it need to be under 24-hour surveillance? Rhetorical. This just weird ass babies in one room that won't even show the photo. It was a photo of like a table, and above the table was a picture, and it was a picture of a toddler, would appear to be like a toddler or like a young baby, I don't fucking know, but like they were sitting undressed in like a sink. Again, I fucking hate the decor. The decor freaks me the fuck out. I don't know. This too. What the Again, that's just feels so unsettling. I can't even make out what that is. Again, it's just... Why? And inside, I don't understand the interior decorating here. What is the purpose of this? This, I'm not gonna show it, but it's a nude person and there's nude photos everywhere in this place. In some just like unsettling setting. And that's what all these photos of this naked woman are. They're all in unsettling settings. There's a naked woman from behind my head. But again, I hate this room. I hate it. And like there are no windows anywhere. Why is there a phone in the bathroom? Why? Just files with some redacted names. I couldn't even make out the names when I zoomed in. Do y'all see what's beneath my head? And this is all just like, you know, kind of stuff. Costumes. Again, another naked woman in an unsettling setting. You can kind of tell it's just that you can just tell it's weird. Now the layout of the outside of this place, again, no windows and so many doors. Why so many doors that lead to where? And I'll leave it on this. Just why so many watches? What's the purpose of so many watches? I would love to know the answer to that, because I don't know. Also, there's like multiple photos of this person's finger, and they like show the finger like this. I think they got like something tattooed here, but you can't see what it is because it's redacted. And I'm gonna end it here because he made like a scrapbook photo edit of some girl.